Hello traders, welcome back. Today we're going to have a weekly review of US dollar, EURUSD and CAD JPY, maybe gold also, and study the potential trades that the market has offered us. But first, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can never miss an update. Also, I'm offering one-on-one session to help you achieve the probability based on your needs, whether it is technically or mentally. So check my link in the description below. Without further ado, let's dive right in. We have US dollar chart here. Let's start from the quarterly chart because it is the first quarter of the because it is the beginning of a new quarter and the beginning of a new week. On the quarterly chart, what we are seeing that price it's feeling this fair value gap right here. This quarterly BC, it has equal lows here also, and it is mitigating this order block, the quarterly order block. Right? Let me change the color first. So what we are seeing that price, maybe it is retracing to what? To this counter this range from this low to this high, or maybe we have an accumulation, manipulation, and distribution to take these equal lows. So price has manipulated the equal highs of the accumulation. Now we could have a distribution below the equal lows, or maybe price could just retrace to the optimal trade entry, then goes higher, or maybe it could just go higher from here. For me, I prefer to see price to drop at least the optimal trade entry and to fill the next fair value gap before seeing price before seeing a continuation higher or maybe a drop lower to take the equal lows. And so I'm expecting price to take the equal lows and this quarterly order block to hold price. But my invalidation point is going to be this quarter, but this previous quarter's high. Why? Because if price take this high here, there is a higher chance that price is going to take the next high, or then we're going to see bullishness maybe to 50% of this order block, then drops lower, or maybe a continuation higher. But then if price take this previous quarter's high, it's going to take at least the next quarter's high. And also what we are seeing, these two past quarters, they are contraction. These are contraction candles. So we could expect some expansion this quarter or the next quarter. So we have a consolidation here. Maybe price could just go higher, taking this high, then the next high as manipulation, then the distribution lower as the accumulation manipulation distribution pattern in a lower time frame. Right? Or maybe price could just drop lower, accumulating the lows, manipulating the lows of the accumulation, then distribute higher. So there is a lot of scenarios here. But I am not a position trader, I am a day trader, and I am using this higher time frame narrative just to help me to understand where price is going. I want to see price to drop lower, taking the equal lows, and I want to see the previous quarterly high to be protected. On the monthly time frame, what we are seeing, I'm seeing that price, I could adjust this quarterly high to this high here, to the previous monthly's high. I don't want to see the previous monthly high broken to confirm that price it is dropping lower. So if price take the previous monthly high, there is a higher chance that it is going to take this equal highs here of the accumulation and maybe fill this monthly fair value gap above the monthly CB. So on the monthly time frame, we are seeing a quite consolidation here from from the beginning of this year. So for 6 months we have a consolidation, and based on the last price action information, there is a higher chance that price it is dropping lower to take the equal lows, and the previous monthly high is my invalidation point. So I'm expecting price to drop lower to take the equal highs at least equal lows at least to the CE, to the 50% of this monthly BC. On the weekly time frame, what we are seeing this price has retraced, has retraced to premium of this range from this high to this low. We have a retracement to the optimal trade entry, and we have seen a reaction from that optimal trade entry to drop lower. Then price has retraced to this fair value gap here, the weekly CB with this weekly order block, and it is showing a quite reaction for price to drop lower. I could, adjust my invalidation point to this level here, to the previous weekly, to this weekly's high. So I'm expecting price to do what? I'm expecting price to continue lower, but if it takes this high here, there's a higher chance that price is going to take this high, then this high, and now this week has closed our week of study. We could say for the next week, this is our invalidation point. I don't want to see the price to take this high. So if price return now from this point, taking this high here, there is a higher chance that we have a break of market structure on the daily time frame for price to go higher, taking this high, then the equal highs above here, right? For now, it is obvious that this weekly CB, it is driving price to drop lower to take the equal lows, right? And also we have price has checked this high here and checked this low here. It is called an outside candle. It is called an outside candle, and this is also a confirmation that price it is dropping lower. If it manipulates the highs, then close below the lows. It is a confirmation that price at least the next candle is going to be bearish, the next weekly candle. So the IOF for the weekly time frame now it is bearish for price to check the equal lows, and this is our next drawn liquidity. On the daily time frame, what we see that price. So let's have our invalidation point here, because that invalidation point is going to be for the next week. So what we see that price has dropped lower, filling this daily BC, then break market structure, and we have a new range. We have a retracement to this order block, then goes higher. Then we're going to wait for what? We're going to wait for this low to be taken. So if price take this low, then we're going to be expecting that price it is dropping lower. Until then, we still expect price to continue higher, and that's what we have seen. We have seen price has dropped lower to this daily order block, right? Let me change the color. To this daily order block, then it went higher, and then the invalidation point has changed to this low here, to this swing low, and then price has went higher, taking this high here, then it took this low. This is a confirmation now that price it is bullish. But if we didn't have this confirmation, I would be expecting that price to continue higher, taking this high here. Because I'm not going to say this is the high. I'm not going to pick a high and this is okay, this is the high that price is going to make, so I'm going to start selling. No, I'm going to wait for a confirmation. I'm going to wait for a shift in market structure. So this is where the shift it happened Friday. So until then, at Monday, what we have seen a contraction candle. That price has dropped lower, filling this this daily order block. Then Tuesday has continued higher. Also Wednesday, at Tuesday we have seen that shift. Price has taken this high, then break market structure lower here on lower time frame. Yeah, we could use only that if price took this low here. We could say now price it is bearish. But if you want to be more safe, you should wait for this low here. Then price as Friday during NFP has shown a big displacement lower. On the 4-hour time frame, what we see that price, like I said, price has used this range here from this low here to this high, we have a retracement to discount to equilibrium, then price has went higher again to take this high here to buy some liquidity above this high. This week, we had this ugly price action, we could say. It's because we had the 4th of July, the FOMC, and the NFP. So maybe this week it's better to not trade. Or if you did have a trade, I don't know. For me, I prefer to not trade at all. If I have a trade, I'm gonna, maybe trade Monday to Wednesday, then stop trading. And the 4th of July, I'm not gonna trade either because it is a US bank holiday, so I'm not gonna trade. Yeah, it's better to not trade to just to save your mental capital because you have two capitals. You have your capital, your money capital that you are trading with, and you have your mental capital. Sometimes this price action could be so heavy on your mental capital, and you can do some, and you can make some irrational decision without any thinking. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that price has dropped lower, then it went higher, and we could say, like I said, in the daily time frame, it is fine to see that the price has taken this low here to confirm that price it is indeed bearish at this point here. It is totally fine to do that, or maybe you should wait for this confirmation, the low of the range, this low to this high. This is the low of the range. Once price has taken this low, now that we have a confirmation that price it is going lower to take this lows here, this low here, and this low here. On the daily time frame, on the hourly time frame, what we are seeing the Monday price action has been a quiet price action as it was a consolidation. We have a retracement during London to premium of this range from this high here, from this high to this low. We have a retracement to premium, filling this fair value gap right here, and this breaker, then price has dropped lower. Because the IOF is still bullish, we didn't see much more, we didn't see, an expansion lower to take this accumulation. And the IOF is still bullish during, during daily time frame. So price had just only retraced to discount at that point. So we could say price has opened here, then went higher to premium of this range, then drops lower to discount of the daily range, that then the next day has went higher. Right? Yeah. So that's what happened during Monday. During Tuesday, what we could see that price has been in a consolidation. It didn't move much. It didn't take Monday's high. It didn't take Monday's low. It was an inside day because we had the 4th of July. Then Wednesday price has went higher to this order block, right here. Right? Then during Tuesday, price has shown a quite expansion lower during London, then a big reversal during New York. This is because of NFP. We have NFP this week. We could see this type of price action that price could just drop lower, taking this low, then went higher to take this high. This is because of NFP. Then Friday price has shown a good expansion, dropping lower, confirming the bias of the next week. For me, this week, I don't see any trade for US dollar or EURUSD. I didn't take any trade because of this messy trade. Yeah, maybe you could check some scalp trades, like when price has went to this premium of this range, then look for an entry somewhere here with the mitigation block, with the optional trade entry, with stop loss here. We could say use our mitigation optional trade entry. let's say, yeah, price has went to the point, to the mitigation point, to the mitigation point entry, to the optimal trade entry, then price has looked lower. It wasn't a good R, but maybe in 15 minutes you're gonna have a good, a logical area to place your stop loss, right? Then maybe this day here, price has went higher to this order block, then it was a quite reaction breaking market structure below this low, then we have a retracement to this fair value gap. Maybe this is a good area to enter a sell entry. Right? Maybe you would enter somewhere here, or maybe you would use option one trade entry 15 minutes and enter here with CE. Then price has dropped lower below this low. If you don't check your partial below the previous daily low, you would have a loss. Do you see it? So even if you take this point, you should have a solid risk management where you should take partials, where you're going to put your stop loss, where how much you're going to risk. And you know, so if you don't check your partial below this low here, and you say, okay, I'm waiting for price to check this accumulation low below this lows here, or maybe because price it is bearish and we are on the weekly level, I want to see price to check a daily level, maybe below this low, then price will take you out, then it will drop lower. So this is why taking partial is very, very important in trading. So you're gonna take your money when the market has offered you that. Then you're gonna move maybe your stop loss to break even, or maybe you're gonna let it here. You know, maybe based on your risk management model. And you see during New York session, price has went higher, taking this high here, then this high, then it drops lower. So this can be so it can have a lot of emotional pain if you don't check your partials, right? So that's for US dollar. For US dollar. For the Euro USD, it is the same. It's gonna be the same. As like we see that on the quarterly chart, price has mitigated this quarterly order block. We are expecting bullishness to fill this 3-month CD, and the previous quarter has closed as a contraction candle, has a bullish contraction candle, and I'm expecting bullishness to higher to take this high, and I don't want to see the previous quarter low to be broken. And you could see that the price this week has retraced to this previous quarterly open, then it went higher. So the IF of this 3-month, the IF quarterly, the quarterly IF it's bullish. On the monthly time frame, we see the same thing. We see that price has taken this high here, then retracement to this monthly order block, and we're seeing a quite reaction from that monthly order block to go higher. And we don't want to see the previous monthly low to be taken. This is my invalidation point on the monthly time frame. And we could adjust this invalidation point on lower time frame, or maybe it could stay the same, you know. So this is my invalidation point. So if price take this low here, it's gonna take this equal lows right here, and maybe to fill the monthly BC below, as the dollar to fill the monthly CB higher. On the weekly time frame, what we are seeing that price has retraced to this level here, to this weekly order block with the volume imbalance, with this low and with this weekly close and the next weekly open. We have a volume imbalance that price has respected, and also this weekly imbalance here, weekly volume imbalance here also. So price has retraced to discount and shows a quiet reaction to continue higher. And we have what? We have price has retraced the to fill this weekly BC right here. Then it shows a good reaction to continue higher, and we have a contraction candles right here, so it is followed by an expansion where I'm expecting the next candle to be an expansion higher to take this high here, to take the buy side liquidity above this high, or maybe to fill the CE of the 3-month CB. On the daily time frame, what we are seeing, yeah, it is the same explanation as we have on US dollar. We didn't want to see the daily time frame was bearish. What I mean by that, the IOF of the daily time frame was bearish because price has went higher, filling this daily order block, mitigating this daily order block, and it broke market structure. Then we have a retracement to fill this fair value gap with the daily order block, and then drops lower, making a lower low. We have another retracement to this daily order block, and then price has dropped lower. So this is our invalidation point of bearishness of the daily hour. So if price wants to continue high, wants to continue lower, it shouldn't take this high. It just maybe a retracement, then a continuation lower. But where price has went, price has broke market structure, confirming now that price it is going higher to take this high here and the next high, then the equal highs above this high here. But where price has moved from, price has moved from discount of this range here. So price has went to optimal trade entry, and it is it is so obvious to be expecting some bullishness from optimal trade entry. But for me as a day trader, I want to see at first a shift in market structure. So when price has taken this high here, maybe the next day, the next week, we're gonna see some retracement to this daily order block, maybe some entry here on lower time frame to continue high, right? So this is for the next week. For this week, for the weekly review of this week, what we could see, that price has where is Monday? Monday candle. From Monday's candle, price has closed as a contraction candle after taking the buy side liquidity above this high here. Then Tuesday has dropped lower, showing a good reaction for price to drop lower, taking these lows here. Then Wednesday has dropped lower, and Tuesday we have a reversal day. That price has reversed to continue, has reversed higher. Then Friday a continuation. At 4-hour time frame, what we see that price has taken this low, then it shows a good reaction for price to go higher, but it didn't break any market structure. Yeah, you could find some entry here during this fair value gap right here. You could have an entry, but for me, I didn't have a break of market structure above this high to say that price could just continue higher right here. I didn't have we didn't have any break of market structure shared for price to continue higher, but instead it was inside this weekly, this daily order block, right? So on the 4-hour time frame, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that price has filled this fair value gap here, but for me it wasn't a higher probability setup to enter because we're still inside that daily order block, that daily bearish order block, and we didn't have any shift in marketplace. So first, I wanted to see this high to be taken before engaging with price to continue higher. Otherwise, we're still bearish. And that's what happened. And you see that price has went higher to take this high here, then it drops lower, taking this low here, right? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. But then after price breaking this high here during this point, yeah, like I said on daily time frame, I was waiting for price to check this high before engaging with bullishness. But I could see on 4 hour time frame, this break of market structure is so much, it's enough for me to engage somewhere here during Friday. But Friday was an NFT day, so I didn't, look for an entry, but it is so good to study it here as an entry for us to go higher. So at Monday, we have seen price drops lower, then it went higher, taking Monday's London's high. Yeah, maybe this gonna be a good scale, like we see that price has taken this low break of market structure, retracement to optimal trade entry, and this would be a good entry to target only this high here. Yeah, that's fine. But for me, yeah, I want to see, more confirmation for price to go higher, right? And during Tuesday, we have seen price to drop lower, right, from this 1 hour order block, like we see. We have seen price. I've seen price drop lower, taking breaking market structure below this low, then a retracement to this order block for price to go lower. For price to go lower, taking this low here. Yeah, and Tuesday, what we have seen that price has shown some willingness to go higher. But for me, this entry here, if I entered somewhere here after this break of market structure on 1 hour time frame, I'm gonna target only this fair value gap here because there is a higher chance, it's still a higher chance that price will just retrace to this fair value gap, then drops lower. And that's what happened. Just price has retraced to this fair value gap, to this weekly rejection block,